It worked. It worked. Hi-ho, everybody. I am Nathan Blake, and welcome back to the Land of Pain. I started playing, and I beat the game, and there was some sort of issue with the recording, and I was so upset. I could only recover the audio, and I was so upset because it auto-saves. It was Wuppo all over again. There's no way to... I was going to have to replay the whole game and get back here. But what I was able to do, I thought about it for a minute, and I realized I could cut in to the files for the game and find the save games and extract any save games from today, and only the save games from yesterday would exist. And I did it, and it worked. It took a couple of tries, actually. This is not my first attempt. And I'm super excited. So the downside being that I've done this before, but you still get to see how this game ends. So those keys, we found them in the kitchen. They opened up the trunk, and it took me a minute to figure that out last time, but we figured it out now. And I'm just really excited that we get to actually see the end of this game, because this game is really interesting and cool. And I would have hated it if you had to miss the end or go somewhere else to see the end. It wouldn't be the same, and so on. Alright, so we got the gear out of the car with the key, and then we put the gear in here, and we turn this, and this opens. And so now we're able to get into this secret room back here. And the way I figured out that I needed to come back here was that I reread that note again, the one that talked about following the chosen ones, and it does talk about this being the entrance to their secret lair. So I was like, it has to be here. The pneumatic system is operated by a set of 4 valves, one of which acts as a spare in case of emergency. In order to operate the system, the correct pressure must be established in the system's supply pipes. It is essential not to introduce more pressure than necessary to avoid serious damage to the system and a possible explosion. The system has been calibrated to reach the correct pressure in the following way: valve number 1, medium pressure; valve number 2, minimum pressure; and valve number 3, medium pressure. In the event that one of the 3 supply pipes is damaged, the 4th pipe may be used as a replacement. As it is smaller, however, it is necessary to take into consideration its lower capacity. Okay, now another of the things that's nice about having to come back, which, it's never cool to have to replay a game and lose footage and stuff, but the cool thing is that I now know, I made some really lucky guesses last time, and I'm sure I skipped things, so now we can actually see, oh, whoops, I didn't turn that pipe when I was up there. Now we can actually see what happens here in a minute if I take other paths, because there were other paths available to me, and I just turned right because it just seemed like it was just inconspicuous enough that it was the right path, and it was. And so then after that I was kind of like, well, dang, now we don't get to see what was on those other paths. So blessing in disguise, now we get to see something else. So again, super sorry that we had the issues, and that obviously all of you don't get to see the original playthrough of it, but at the end of the day, we get to experience something completely different now, so I'm not overly upset about it. Okay, so now we place the medallion in here, and we get to go into the actual Cthulhu Den. There's some numbers on the wall in here that didn't mean anything to me, and I remember them. I memorized them briefly, but then they never came into play, and so that's another thing that I'm kind of wondering if I missed something that I could use those numbers for. So this basically just dumps out here into the pits of hell, which is, less than ideal for us, I suppose. This place is crazy. Man. Why is this here? This skull is huge. What on earth did it belong to? We found a descendant of the ancient ancestral line, and everything is in place to capture him. The machine has already started, but the opening of the portal will take some time. Some of us are already going to the cage to reach Earth and capture the descendant. I will join them soon. The underground tunnel that leads to the platform is not safe, so instead I will walk through the woods. If we are lucky, the descendants may spontaneously enter the portal, and when we arrive at the site of the monoliths, we may find him in the cage waiting for us. There are a few of us left. I just hope that at least one of us can reach him. Okay. Can it be true that I am one of the descendants of this awful god? My body infused with its blood. Did those creatures want to capture me to drain my blood and use it against their god in some sort of diabolic ritual? I can't believe this. It can't be true. Please don't let it be true. I need to try to open the portal, but the passage is closed behind me, blocking the way I came. I'll have to travel through the tunnels. I really hope there's nothing lurking in there. Who knows what else is hiding in the darkness of this place. I can't wait to leave this land of pain. What I wouldn't give to see Dad's old cabin again. Alright, so that's the number 8352. And maybe it has some significance outside of a set of chemical products. Maybe it has some significance outside of the game. All I know is that it doesn't actually come into play. So it's not something we actually have to remember, which seems strange. It's real obvious. 8553. Machine started portal should be reopened exactly where I arrived. I'm at the center of the big monoliths. This is it. I need to get it there quickly before it closes. Okay, so this is the part where through this door there's like catacombs basically, and I took all right turns coming in here pretty much, and I forgot. Gosh darn it. We lose our lantern. And this is really difficult without a lantern, because you may be able to see decently, because if it's too dark, I might brighten it up for you. But I also have a giant white light in my face, and so I can't see diddly. So I followed the Cthulhu mushrooms because that makes the most sense. But I am curious what is to the left, other than, the possibility of death, which there is death right there, death incarnate. So we'll see if we can kind of work around him just a little bit and move this way anyway. And he is just right on our tail, and I'm about to run out of sprint, so this probably doesn't work at all, but we'll try it. We're gonna see what happens. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Okay, yeah. Left doesn't work. So that's basically what we discovered. I think this is his house. Those are his little anglerfish babies. This is his home. Or her home, maybe, because it's got babies. Anyone know if anglerfish is anything strange about the males laying eggs or anything crazy like that? Comment down below all you know about anglerfish. Okay, so he's after us again, but I honestly think we're not going to have any trouble, because the first time I just beelined straight through here because it looked like the right way, And so I tried it, and obviously I was right, and I just came out here. But there's another fork in the road up ahead, and I took a right there too. And it's right here. I turned right there, but I want to see what's left. We're going to see what's actually this way and see if it's worth searching out. You know what? I think this is circling back around to where we were before when we just got killed by the monster. So that's really interesting. Okay, so this is completely new territory, and he's not following us anymore. I wonder if there's going to be any secrets back here. We might have found an alternate path, or... Whoa. This is completely different. I didn't find this last time, and I definitely didn't find another lantern. But what's the point? And why can't I pick up that lit lantern? Like, wouldn't that make sense? Like, there's another lantern somewhere else that I'd pick up. So... It's crazy, though, that this exists. This is, there's nothing here, but this is just a whole new area. Just completely unnecessary to the plot. Which is really interesting. I kind of wish it was fleshed out a little bit with, like, maybe a journal entry or a piece of paper or even just a little Easter egg. Like, you found a secret sort of thing. But that's really neat. I wonder if coming back in here is going to call him again. It does, indeed. Okay, so that's really, really neat and interesting to find out the separate path exists. And now we can just move on like we would have, and you guys get to see how the game ends, because we were surprisingly close. In fact, if I had known how close we were in our last episode, I would have kept going and just finished the game, because it's really close. The only downside is that it removes some of the suspense and some of the fear if you know what's going on. I know what's coming around the corners, and so I'm not as worried about it. We've got to build up some stamina. We gotta go. All right, you ready? You ready? Let's do it. Let's do it together. Let's do it. All right, we made it. Cool beans. Almost like there's an E on the wall there, but I guess it's just the shadows kind of forming together into something. Okay. We got the lantern. I guess we could always go back with the lantern and see if there's more back there, but I don't think there is, so I'm not too concerned about it. So, yeah, I was really, really bummed that I lost lost the video footage, and I'm just really, really kind of destroyed inside. And then suddenly I remembered that the game probably doesn't delete files. It just puts a new file in front of it and says only use the newest file. So I went down into the files and I changed the save file, or I removed the newest save files, and I actually got somewhere between two save files on accident. I removed one too many, and it loaded a broken hack of the game, basically, where certain items didn't exist, necessary items. The car keys were gone. They didn't exist anymore. Alright, so here we go out here. For some reason, I have trouble. I remember this shack. I forgot this shack was totally here before. Alright. What happens if we go deeper into the woods? Are we gonna... No reason to go this way. I want to get out from here. So here's what this really looks like. There it is right there, everyone. Okay. Come back home. You hear Cthulhu McAnglerface. He comes after us right as we're going through. Anticipation. Now, last time I ran straight into the house. This time I'm going to look around a little bit. Mountains, I made it. I'm finally home. Cabin, what happened? Alright, and we're leaving. Man, the sound got all ruined all of a sudden. Loading into this new area, it just couldn't handle it, really. Pretty sure we kind of came into the cabin area from this way. So, what happens if I just leave the way I came? I don't want to mess with the cabin. Bad things happen. No reason to come back this way. That's what you think. That's what you think. Our main character doesn't have a name, does he? That's what I think. I think it's a good idea to go up that way. But I guess we're gonna see what is the true ending of this game, I guess. Okay. So see, the house is on fire because we left the fire running. Fire, I left the fire alight. Well, yeah, you left the fire alight. You got teleported out of here into a different dimension. Everything is destroyed. And then there's no escaping him. It's just over. It wouldn't even let me move. So, and then, is that the end of the game? Are we all done here? What the? What's going on? We've got this big statue of Cthulhu. Nothing we can do with it. And there's... Whoa. I didn't really get a good look at that last time. It's like those gyroscope things. Voice in my head, I know the language. I don't know the language, but somehow I can understand it. It's calling me. I can't ignore it. What if I want to ignore it? What if I just stay here? And then this is when our character becomes, I guess, one with Cthulhu? Or just destroyed by Cthulhu? I don't know. The Land of Pain. And there it is. That's the end. And again, I'm super sorry that we lost the original video footage and we had to take it a second try, but I'm really happy that we were able to get you something. Of all of the videos to lose, the last one is the saddest, but I'm really, really impressed. This game had its glitches, and it had a couple of weird issues here and there, and the sound doesn't always work properly and stuff, but it's made basically by one guy, written and developed by Alessandro Guzzo, and everybody else is just like proofreading and translations, so really impressive work, Mr. Guzzo. I am really impressed, and I think you did an amazing job at making this game, and I'm really, really happy that I played it. We just hit 200 subscribers this morning, and this is only the second game that I finished. Like, I played a good number of demos, and I'm like probably halfway through Weppo, maybe more, hopefully more. And we finished Frambo, and now we finished The Land of Pain. So it's crazy how fast we've grown, how far we've come. In 1 month, we've gotten to 200 subscribers, and it's only taken me the same amount of time to beat a couple of games and play some demos, and that's crazy, and I'm really thankful for that. The Land of Pain has been really fun, and I think it's going to live on in my memory as one of the first great horror games that I really played on my channel that was real horror. Because Frambo was really, really good, and I really loved it, but, obviously it's that point and click, cartoony look, difficult for it to be, like, horror. So I'm really happy that I got into The Land of Pain, and then I stuck with it, and I played through to this point. So, and I'm happy that I could recover this last episode for you, and that we could experience the ending, and we can lay it to rest, and we don't have to wonder for the rest of my channel's lifetime what it would have been like if I had actually finished The Land of Pain. At any rate, I want to thank you all so much for commenting and liking and subscribing and being a part of this, and I want to thank you and ask you to continue to share the videos with other people so that they can see it and that they can become a part of this community as well. I guess I'll end this video, it's a little shorter, end it the way I would end a normal video, but do it live for you instead of recording and after the fact. So, this has been The Land of Pain. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it in the future, please like and comment below. If you're new to the channel and you would like to be notified of new videos, consider subscribing. Like my channel? Want to see it grow? Share this video with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks again, everyone. Sayonara.